excited to share that with you and proud of you that you have the courage to show up today to learn this information. So here's my best advice. Just give me 30 minutes here. I get no distractions. You might even want to take some notes on this because you're going to walk away with some really great information. So 4 a.m. and you're on here. That's dedication. Thank you so much for being here. I absolutely love that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I have some slides I want to share with you. I'm going to dive into these slides. I want to really walk you through this. My goal is that you have a complete understanding. I'm going to show you what our community looks like, and then I'm going to introduce you to our 11K and 30-day run that we are going on in July. That if you are part of our community, you can be part of at no additional cost to you. And it is a training that could sell for thousands of dollars, right? Because of what you're going to learn, and you're going to see that tonight. So super excited that you're here. Let me share my screen, and we are going to get rocking and rolling here. And I'm really excited you guys are going to hear from some people from all over the world tonight that are going to share with you. And many of them have gone on some of the challenges and the runs that we've done inside our community. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I want to show you how to kick off July and equip you with what you need, that you don't have to hustle, you don't have to grind, and you just don't have to sacrifice time away from your family to make an income. So this opportunity is for you if you are ready for a positive change in your life. Let me know in the comments who is ready for a positive change. Put me in the comments if that is you. And if time with your family, yeah, look at all the me's. I absolutely love that. And if time with your family is one of the most important things, you're going to love this, by the way. And if you want more time and more money, and if you want to travel and make insane memories, I mean, maybe you've tried things before and it just took time away from your family. If those are you, you are definitely in the right place. So let me know in the comments who can relate to this. You've tried to build income online before, but every attempt made a promise of freedom, but ended up stealing the time away from the things that are most valuable to you. Yeah, that was me as well. I'm so grateful that in 2022, I had the courage to keep on looking. So I'm sharing with you, we see you. If you've tried things before and it didn't work, that's okay. You're going to see the difference today, okay? Because the truth is, you've been lied to. I was lied to. Most people were lied to about online business because what they tell you is, hey, just sacrifice now and reap later. I remember they would always tell me in network marketing, short-term sacrifice for long-term gain. It's worth it. It's worth it. But that never came. That sacrifice never came. I just watched my kids get older without me having some of those memories I wanted with them. Or hustle through this season. I'm telling you, we are anti-hustle here, right? We're about how can we leverage systems to get our life and get our time back and build first and family second. No, we don't agree with that. See, the legacy builders rejects all three of them. We are all about family first here. So let me just introduce myself. My name is Michelle O'Neill. I'm actually the founder of the Legacy Builders program. But more importantly, I'm a mom. I'm a mom of six. I'm a grandma to five, and time with my family is the most important thing to me. And I tried years and years and years to make sure I could just be home with my children. I tried MLM, direct sales, the promising freedom, but actually delivered me more stress and less time with my family. And the breaking point for me was when the company changed the comp plan. That's when I realized all those years working for that company, hustling, was for nothing. I was looking for a change. And some stranger, bless her heart, because she completely changed my life, she made a post on Facebook, and I had discovered it on September 9th of 2022. I remember that day like it was yesterday. And it said everything I needed to hear. It said no MLM, make 100% profit. That stopped me in my tracks, by the way. It said no bugging friends and family and no cold DMing. It was everything that I needed to hear. Being an introvert, having to direct message and bother friends and family was something I didn't ever want to do, but I was forced to do it in network marketing. So I launched into the digital space, and that's when I learned, oh my goodness, there is a completely different world out there now. And I'm just sharing with you, I am living proof that you can build a business 100% around your family. You can live debt free, you can travel, and you can spend less time online than you ever have before. And today you're going to learn exactly how. So I just want to share with you the old way. And you know what? This was the only way before we had the internet and social media and the things we do. But the MLL trap is the old way. And this is why you were exhausted. And I can tell you, it wasn't your fault. If you didn't make money online before, I can promise you it's not you. It's the system you were following. And I'm sharing this with you. I love network marketing products. I use them every single day. It's not the products that I don't like about MLM, it's the comp plan. So, for example, nobody showed me these numbers. So, I want to show them to you because if somebody would have showed this with me a decade ago, I would have done something different. But in network marketing, if you have a $50 product, your commission's about 20%. So, you're making about $10 per sell. If you want to make $11,000 a month, you're going to need about 1,100 customers. I'm sorry. That takes a lot of work and a lot of time. And I don't know about you, but that's something I definitely do not want to do. Can I share with you the new way? The let's work smarter way? And that's the 100% profit blueprint. When you keep every penny, my friend, that changes everything. So you make 100% digital product profit. So if you have a customer that is worth $1,400, that is our number one selling product, by the way, you make 100% profit. So the whole entire $1,400 goes into your pocket. You don't have to share your profits with anyone. And you only need 8 customers a month if you want to make 11K a month. Only 8. So let me ask you a question in the comments. What makes more sense to you? Getting 1,100 customers to make $11,000 a month, or getting 8 customers to make 11,000 a month? What makes more sense to you? Yes. And this is why I created my program. I'm a mom and I understand the importance of you keeping the profits because I shared my profits for a long time with everyone. So this is why I'm so excited to introduce this math to you. And I call this the anti-hustle math because you don't need to go viral. You don't need a huge following. You just need 8 customers a month to make 11,000 a month. If you do the math, that's only 2 per week. That's it. Here's my other question I want to ask you. How many customers, if you were making 800 or $1,400 per customer, how many customers would you need on a monthly basis that covered your biggest expense, your rent or your mortgage? Most people, when I ask that, they're like 2 or 3. Yeah. Imagine if that's your first goal. Let's just take care of your biggest expense every month. And what if you could do that just by following a 2 hour income producing day? Again, that's what's so important. So let me share with you how the income flows to you. You share your story and the system does the rest. So you open a new social media account. We're going to teach you how to post, and you can even post reels, simple messages. You just follow this attraction marketing strategy. No selling needed. Just because you have something to sell doesn't mean that you're going to make money. When you have someone to serve is when you make money. And we're going to teach you that. So you don't need any sales experience to attract these 8 customers. Because here's what happens. We use social media to gain awareness, but then you have a fully automated system and we use webinars just like this. Matter of fact, let me ask you guys a question. How many of you heard about this webinar? If you're brand new to us today, how many did you hear about this webinar? Was it through an email? Was it on social media? Let me know in the comments how you heard about this webinar. Okay, email, yeah, email. So you're living proof how well our system works. You are here because of our system. Because what happens is when we introduce you to social media, you get inside our email automations, which that is our automated system that does the work for you. I want you to think about that. You're here because of social media and email. The person who invited you didn't have to DM you, didn't have to get on the phone with you. Imagine you having a system like that that's working for you 24/7. Because what happens is your system produces the customers because they go to your website, that's all digital, and they buy from you there. And you get a notification that you just got put 100% profit that goes directly into your bank account. Remember, no uplines or no company cuts. It's all yours, my friend. And that is exactly what you guys are all experiencing right now. So I want to explain to you the three pillars of the blueprint. Everything you need and nothing that you don't need. We got rid of the fluff, we got rid of the fillers. Like, how can you just do one or two activities every day that can leverage your time and eventually create daily pay? Okay, so the offer. We start with a premium digital program that sells for $1,400 and every cent is yours. There's no inventory, so no returns, there's no customer support, there's no shipping, and there's no team management. It also unlocks other income streams as well, 900, 600, 300, and 100. So you have 5 income streams in English, and it also unlocks 5 income streams in Spanish. So you have a global reach into languages. And no, you don't need to speak Spanish to do that, but there's many people that are bilingual or know people that speak Spanish. So we don't want to leave them out. Here's why 5, because not every size fits all. We want to make sure to offer a program that fits all of our followers. And we know one size doesn't fit all. So that's the first thing. Now, the next is we use social media to get your business discovered, and we use a free ad strategy. And I'm telling you what, I love the free ad strategy because I could spend 30 minutes a day posting free ads on the World Wide Web. No videos creating, no making a post, just 30 minutes. And what happens is between your social media post and the free ad posting, the right people find you. So no DMing people, no friend requesting people, no sliding into people's DM. The right people will discover you through your content and your free ads. Once they discover you, we give them free access to our Freedom Formula Blueprint. That Freedom Formula Blueprint has created over 130 six-figure earners just in the United States, 4 six-figure earners in Canada, 1 self-made millionaire in Canada, and 30 self-made millionaires in South Africa Rand money, just in a little over 2.5 years. So we let that automated system do the rest of the work. Now your automations works for you 24/7. So it is on your behalf. It's educating, it's converting, and it's depositing income into your bank while you are living your life. Matter of fact, if you're on here today and you're inside of the Legacy Builders program now, how many of you have had a customer come in when you were doing the things that you love, or when you were sleeping, or when you were shopping? But yes, in the comments, if that was you. Yes, look at all the me's. They didn't have to get on the phone to do that. And you know what? This automated system that we're going to give you access to, it's pre-built. All you have to do to that system is connect your payment gateway so you can be paid directly into your bank account. And you're going to add your name and your website that is pre-built as well. And there's no monthly expenses to run your system. So we're going to start with this offer. We're going to build an audience and we're going to let the automations do the rest of the work. Okay? Because I'm going to share with you what happens next. But you need to understand we believe in doing this completely different than the old business model, because we stand for family first always. True time and financial freedom, 100% profit. You keep every penny, building an automated income, and supportive community-driven growth. We don't stand for MLM or pyramid schemes. We don't stand for cold DMs or bugging the loved ones. We don't stand for hustles that steal your family time. And we definitely don't stand for complicated tech and systems or letting past failures define your future. We don't stand for that. And this is the Legacy Builders difference. Now we have real people getting real results. We have Paula here, you guys, she just did a post and she's had over 7,000 this month. She was a door dasher before. She's a homeschooling mom. Can you imagine being a homeschooling mom and having a 7K month? And you are backed by a community of over 6,000, I think it's 600 people now that are just building legacies for their family. And we have Shirley. You guys actually going to hear from Shirley tonight. So excited that she's going to be sharing. She's actually one of our six-figure earners inside our community. And look, she had a $1,700 day. And then when she posted that, it put her at 2,400 for the week. Imagine just making 2,400 every week. That's over 8,000 a month that you are going to be making. But many of you are like, how much time will this take? So I want to introduce you to the 2-hour workflow. It is not a productivity hack. It's a philosophy that we truly believe in. We really believe in structure equals freedom. And this is what it looks like around a busy family's life. Like you get up in the morning, you're having your coffee or your favorite drink, and you post free ads for 30 minutes. Set your timer, finish your coffee, go get ready, right? That's it. 30 minutes doing that. Let the ads, free ads, work for you all day. And then sometime during your day, this is like real life, real presence. Just spend 60 minutes with content creation or scheduling posts around your life. And then at bedtime or after you get your kids to bed at night, spend 30 minutes responding to comments and emails. This is how we all started building our foundation for our online business. It's not more complicated than that. These are the income producing activities, and this is what we help you. We show you what will produce the income and help you master getting that done in less time. Here's what happens when you do that. You can't overthink. You get out of your head. We teach you to get in your heart and create content that will help stop the scroll. And sometimes people can overthink that. This is our goal with you is how can you get everything done in 2 hours so you have 22 hours in your day to do the things that you love. Now, timing is everything. And I'm sharing with you, the wave is here right now, my friend. The global e-learning plus digital product economy is exploding right now. The e-learning industry market in 2026 is estimated to be $420 billion. By 2030, it's projected to be $1.2 trillion. Do you realize the money that's going to be made in this industry? Why not you? Like, seriously, why not you? It's projected that the online earners are expected by 2029 worldwide to be $1.1 billion. So let's just use our e-learning community that we have, the digital growth community. There's 60,000 people and they're projected 1.1 billion online learners. Do you realize the growth that we are going to have? Why wouldn't you want to be part of that? More families are buying digital programs online now than at any other point in history. So the time for your family wasn't 4 years ago, it wasn't 5 years ago. The timing is actually right now. I have never seen such momentum and movement in the e-learning global space as I do right now. It is absolutely amazing. Now, we talked about how we start with the income, the 1,400, like the 900, 600, the 300, 100. But here's what happens. I want you to imagine stacking income streams, having multiple income streams, one family, but you leave a real legacy. You create legacy wealth. So you start with the master resale rights, the digital programs. While you're building your email list, while you're building your following, you're going to also unlock affiliate marketing income that can be working all along. I make 6 figures just in affiliate marketing off my email list. There's not one piece of content where I promoted it. It's through my email list, and I teach you that strategy inside our program. You also can unlock brand deals and UGC if you want to go that avenue as well. And we show you how to create reoccurring income. Each and every one of you have reoccurring bills. Why wouldn't you want to unlock a reoccurring income stream alongside your reoccurring bills? So multiple income stream plus getting your time back equals legacy wealth. And this, my friend, is why it's called the Legacy Builders Program, okay? Income today, wealth tomorrow, and freedom for generations. We are all about let's get rid of that generational struggle and let's create a movement of generational wealth. But yes, in the comments if you're with me on that, because I think it's awesome. Now, this is something so important, built for every kind of family. Wherever you are, the life stage that you're in, this, my friend, is for you. I don't care if you don't have tech experience. I don't like tech. That's why we made sure your system was pre-built. All you got to do is connect your own domain so you can brand you, plug in your own payment gateways, which is no different than opening a bank account, right? You're just going to type in some information and connecting it. We walk you through how to do that. We even have live tech calls every single Tuesday, Tech Tuesday, to help you with that as well. If you tried and failed before, this is different and it's proven. Our system has grown a community to 60,000 people. If you see a growth of over 60,000 people, I think that's proof how well it works. No following needed. You're going to learn how to start from zero. I was brand new to TikTok in September of 2022. We're going to show you how to build with a business account starting from scratch. So don't worry about being judged from others. You don't have to worry about that. We want to relieve that pressure. And the way the algorithms on social media work today, it's better to start with a brand new account so you can train the algorithms. You're in business and we want to help you build that business. And you have a global business, worldwide customer base. Now, I want you to think about it. If you sell most products, you can only sell to your country. Imagine unlocking the entire world as your customer base. And all you need is 8 customers to have 11,000 a month in income. And you get to unlock it in English and in Spanish. So globally, it's for families all over the world. So this is what we're launching starting tomorrow. We have 4 weeks, about 30 days, 8 customers is all you need. This is what you're going to be learning inside the 11K in 30 days. I will show you exactly how here in a minute, how to access this training. In 30 days, you're going to learn to build your brand. You're going to learn how to track the right people. You're going to learn how to grow with speed, how to build in this trust economy. People do business with people they know, like, and trust, and how to be consistent, even if you have a busy life. You're going to learn social media, messaging, and positioning. You're going to learn hooks. You're going to learn weekly webinars, how valuable they are, newsletters, how to build in that trust economy, and how to build your brand. You're going to get a very short, easy action step video each and every day. Then every Monday, we're going deeper inside our Legacy Builders training that I do every Monday. The skills and the knowledge that you are going to walk away with, my friend, are priceless. You can take these skills, you can take the knowledge that you're going to get from this and apply to any type of business. The person you're going to be in 30 days, you're going to want to high five yourself in the mirror. And again, this is exactly what it looks like, right? The math is simple. 8 customers at 1,400 equals 11,200. All you need is 8 bundle pack customers, and in 30 days, you're making 11,200. If you can do that in July, imagine what you can do in August and September and October, November, December. Your entire year can change because you have the courage to make a decision today. So let's just imagine, because in 6 months will be the end of the year. Imagine what your life is going to look like. You understand how online income works. It's clear to you. You have clarity on it. You've developed new digital skills that nobody can ever take away from you. You're building something of your own that nobody can take away from you. You can't get laid off. You can't get fired. You can't get downsized. It is yours. You talk about security. You have that retirement security you've always dreamed of. And you're creating new income opportunities because we're going to show you how to stack multiple income streams. So again, I want to introduce you to the 30K and 11-day legacy run. Okay. So what is your next step? Your next step is get started. Okay, get started. You're going to get the Legacy Builders Bundle Pack, your complete digital business system, full Spanish and English language content unlocked, a global business, digital growth community with a tribe. I'm going to actually show you the community here, step-by-step training, pre-built automated system, and access to weekly calls. Okay, now that is our bundle pack. This is our #1 selling product. If that is not your goal or in your budget, we also have the Legacy Builders program where it still unlocks 4 income streams, and you can get access to that for $900 We have our digital mastery that's 600 and it unlocks 3 income streams. We have our passive daily pay blueprint for 300 and it still unlocks 2 income streams. Or we have our launch pad. Again, we have a program to fit you. It's based off of your goals and based off of your dreams. What are you wanting to achieve? We definitely have the program for you. Now, I want to show you what our community looks like because this is what you get to be part of, okay? So this is our community. And as you can see, we announced the webinars. We do these webinars every week to help you. Oh, there's Paula. Look at that. She posted this 2 days ago. $7,091 for the month. Prior DoorDasher. How awesome is that? Like, you guys, this is life-changing. Look, in my jammies at 7 a.m., she woke up to a $1,400 customer. Oh, launched a new Instagram account, $1,400 while going live, $600 while at home. Look at this. There's a South Africa Rand money. I love this, you guys. 2,800 in less than 2 hours while she was golfing. Look at that. Two $1,400 customers came in. This is what we're talking about. This is the skills that you're going to learn how to do this. Okay, so this is what it looks like. When you go to our classroom, you're going to see the 90-day, the 11K and 30-day run right here. You're going to be able to click on that. You're going to see a daily video. I will also pin it to the top every day. But I want to show you how global our business is. This is so fun. Look at this. This is the map of everybody inside of our community. Look at that. We have what, almost 10,000 people inside of just the South Africa area alone. Here's the United States. I love when you look at Canada because we have a self-made millionaire in Canada, plus 4 other 6-figure earners, and there's hardly anybody in Canada because it's a global business. I mean, when we are literally all over the world, but you see how wide open it is? Everywhere. I just absolutely love this. So every day you can come and look at this and see how much it's growing. It's unopened. Like, it's everywhere. It's so exciting to see. We also have a calendar that you're going to be able to see let me go to all the events going on that we have going on. So you're always going to be equipped with everything that you need. And yes, you're in business for yourself because you're going to make 100% profit, but you're not in business by yourself. So what I want to do is I just want to introduce you to a few people that are part of the Legacy Builders program. And I just want you to hear their story because some of you are going to relate to many of their stories. And I actually want to start with Evan, see if he's on here. Yay, he is. We're gonna leave the United States real quick here. Evan, are you with me, my friend?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Thank
And
you
for
for
everyone that's on the
joining us.
call, have a look in the chat. I've just put a smiley face so you know this is a live webinar. It's not pre-recorded. See, I just put a little smiley face in there for anyone that's thinking it. Awesome to be here. Thank you very much, Michelle, for what you've been talking about this morning. Guys, I've been in this program since May of 2024. I'm a dad of 3 based here in New Zealand. I know we've got a few people here in New Zealand. They mentioned the chat, so hopefully you don't mind me mentioning your name. It was Carmen, Albert, got someone, I think, maybe Natasha, I think, from Australia as well. So this side of the world, a lot of people think it's not possible to jump into an online business, and I'm here to tell you it actually is possible, guys. Before this, wow, I was working really long hours, and there were times where, I have, a baby in one hand, phone call in another. I'd be working on the weekends. I'd be working really, really long hours. And I know it's something that's happening right now a lot, especially here in New Zealand. I just want to give you some facts first, guys. Right now, there's actually a study done by Massey University. I've just got a little note here, guys. A third of employed New Zealanders, so these are New Zealanders that do full-time work, okay? They're regularly working non-standard hours. This means weekends. This means late, evenings, really early mornings, and sometimes it's even unpaid. I was actually one of those people, guys. That's when I decided, things have got to change. I tried going to another job, but the income wasn't high enough, right? Because as we know, the cost of living, it's going up a lot. There's actually several thousand working households here in New Zealand right now. They're actually got, like full-time, what we call like middle class, income and that coming in. But it's not enough, to get by with the cost of living, just barely. And they're in what we call working poverty. That could be why you're here today, guys. That could be why you're looking at something different because you've seen so many people maybe post something on social media, or since you're here, you're probably getting some emails, right? You've seen that there is something happening in the online space here in 2026, and you're a bit more curious to know what that is. Okay. When I got started in this in May of 2024, I was working 10 to 11-hour days. At that point, I'd actually left my job. It was all during those COVID times, and I sort of got, pushed out, and just, things weren't going very well. So I thought, right, I've always wanted to start an online business. So I thought the answer to that is to jump on sales calls, do really long sales meetings. And if I want to get clients, I'm probably going to look overseas. And so I had clients in the UK. I had clients in the US as well, some in Canada, some even in Europe. And that meant, obviously, here in New Zealand, very different time zones. Okay. And that meant that I basically missed out on family dinners for a year and a half. I didn't see my kids very much. Sure, I was my own boss, I was self-employed and stuff, right? The problem was I'd actually just traded what I was doing for another job that worked longer and longer hours. So cutting to this, guys, now I'm just working 2 hours a day. Sometimes I'm not even working at all because I've got my automations now working for me in the background. I don't have to do any phone calls. You've probably seen some information here, guys, around any monthly expenses. You can actually control your schedule. You can actually control how you approach this business. And this business, because we're teaching learning and earning with digital marketing, you can actually grow this to anything you want to, guys. Right now, I'm just set to launch my own community, and I'm actually helping people with Facebook on that. It's something I'm very passionate about. I've got the confidence, the learning, and the teaching from inside these programs to actually be able to set that up. I'm also looking at other income streams online as well. And guys, let me just tell you, it really doesn't matter where you're based in the world. As long as you've got, the desire, the will, and you've got a device and you've just got a bit of time you can fit into your schedule. When I first started looking at online stuff, guys, I was like, like this is going back to when I was in a job and stuff. I'd have like, this 15-minute, morning tea breaks, coffee breaks, etc. I'd quickly go on my phone, quickly do a little bit on there. I'd have lunch breaks where I would actually spend a little bit of time during my lunch break, doing a few minutes on this. You don't have to spend a big chunk of 8 hours, 6 hours or something crazy like that. You really control how this works for you. And that's what's really, really powerful about this business. I wanted to share just one more thing because I know we've got some Australians here as well. And it's an interesting fact I found this morning. 30% of working Australians are actually now wanting more paid hours just to cope with the cost of living. 30%. This was a nationwide survey. It was one of those sort of big sort of marketing survey groups and stuff that were doing it. That's pretty crazy, right? So it's no wonder that perhaps you're here today and perhaps you're looking at something different. And if you do have any questions for me, or if you're from here in New Zealand, or from Australia and that, just put some questions in the chat if you want to. I'll try and get back to them after. I don't want to take too much time from everyone else. But guys, I've been here for more than 2 years now, since May of 2024. I'm not looking back, guys. I don't have a boss. I don't have a job. I can choose, spend time with the kids. If they're not here for a bit, then I'll just do a few minutes work. It really is an amazing space to be.
Thank
Cool.
you so
Thanks,
much for
Michelle.
sharing. I love your heart. And you're like, I'll help you guys. Just let me know. So I love that. You're such a servant heart. So thank you and congratulations. And I'm so proud of you. It's great watching you. It's awesome. Love it. All right, Shirley, you guys, Shirley has never shared before, so I'm so excited for Shirley to share her story. So you should be unmuted, my friend. Woohoo!
Oh my Lanta, I'm here. Hi, everybody. I have never shared on one of these webinars, and I've been here for 3 years. I've been in this community for 3 years. I absolutely love this community. It's my favorite place on the internet. I'm here every day. Because Michelle, I don't know if you realize just how big of a deal your community is. I mean, you might be gaining more of an idea, but I recognized it the instant that I found it 3 years ago, because I found this community after spending 5 years trying to find a way to work for myself and make money without a job. 5 years testing, 5 years experimenting, because I was just sick of being chronically exhausted. I was sick of spending 50 hours a week, having no control over my schedule. Someone else controlled my income. And I lived like that for 14 years. Now, I mentioned exhaustion, and it's funny because before this webinar, I was live and someone talked about I spent 40 years working for the man and I'm tired, I'm done. And I'm like, I feel that. So I just want to share short little story about chronic exhaustion. Has anyone here ever been so tired that you fall asleep in public standing up? Because that happened to me once. Wait, Margie says me. Falling asleep standing up. I used to work retail. Does anyone here work in retail? Because there is this thing that I used to have to deal with called a clopen, or at least that's what we affectionately called it in retail, where you close the store, you go home and you take a nap, and you come back the next day and you open it the next day. And I had worked several of these shifts in a row, and I was so tired. I wanted sleep so bad. And so I was at a grocery store. I was at Publix, for those of you who know what that is. And I was trying to order a sub, a cloven. Was that supposed to be sorry, cloven. I wanted a sandwich. I'm just like, I'm gonna get a sandwich. I'm gonna go home. I ordered the sandwich. The deli clerk is making the sandwich, and then the world. I remember nothing. I remember nothing. The next thing that I know, the poor deli clerk is poking me with my sandwich because I had fallen asleep. I just like I zoned out, eyes open, non-responsive. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. And the reason I was so exhausted is because I did not have the control over my schedule to give myself the sleep that I needed. Chronic exhaustion is just normalized, and it should not be. And I did not want to be my life the rest of my life. That's what spurred me into being self-employed. I had to get my time back. I had to stop letting other people control my time and my income. So I jump into the internet because with that retail schedule, I can't do anything in person. There's no schedule stability to have an in-person, like setting appointments or anything. So I go to the internet. I'm researching a bunch of strategies. I'm trying a bunch of strategies. Like, name a strategy to make money online. I've been there. I've done that. I've gotten all the t-shirts. I've tried selling physical products online for teeny tiny profit margins. No, thank you. Moving on. I've tried selling services as a freelancer over on Upwork. I made more money over there, but who here has done client work? Those clients stressed me the heck out. Never mind, moving on. I've tried starting an Etsy shop. I've looked into print on demand. I've looked into drop shipping. I've tried blogging. I've tried affiliate marketing. Who here has tried the survey sites where you spend 20 minutes answering questions and then the platform rewards you with $2? No, thank you. Moving on. For 5 years, I did this because I was determined to find something that would work for me. Now, I just want to mention one thing before I mention how I found this community, because 5 years is a long time to try and not hit your income goals. I think I made something like 12,000 over 5 years of experiments. That's like, why didn't I quit? The reason I did not quit is because I understood the cost of quitting. Quitting is not free, and the price was steep. If I quit learning to work for myself, I would be self-condemning myself to being some other person's overworked and underpaid employee the rest of my life, where someone would control my income, how much money I'm allowed to make. Are my raises going to keep up with inflation? Do I even get a raise this year? Do I even still have a paycheck next week? They would control my schedule. When do I start work? When can I go home? Do I get to have a day off? That the rest of my life, let's just be abundantly honest. Who here wants that future? That was the cost of quitting. I wasn't going to quit. That cost too much. So I kept going. That's why I kept going. And because I kept going, in September of 2023, this landed in my lap. And when I say that, I mean, I didn't find this on social media. I didn't see a live. Someone that I knew that I was trying a whole bunch of stuff, and they literally sent me this community and told me to look at it. I looked at this to humor her. I looked at this to humor her so that I could honestly say I looked at it. It's the only reason I looked at it. And because of the 5 years that I spent looking, I recognized in 5 minutes what I had in front of me. Because for the first time in 5 years, someone wasn't going to try to overwhelm me by trying to build my own business from scratch. They were going to give me a pre-built business to practice with. The website was done. The digital products were done. I was going to get to sell stuff I didn't make and keep 100% commissions. Do you guys realize how powerful that is? Put yes in the chat if you recognize how not normal 100% commissions are. I'd never seen that before. Like, are you kidding me? You can't get any more generous than that. And so I'm like, I've got to try this. I've never played with a plug and play business before. Maybe this will actually work for me. I jump in, I launch this business in a day. The business is built. There's nothing to build. You just have to set it up. I was up and running in a day. And then I start going through the training. How do I work on this? How do I run the business? What are the daily activities? How do I do them correctly? And then I start to implement them. And then I start to implement. I show up every day following this daily process. And in my case, I get my first sale for 300 day 1 of week 3. Every cent of that went to me from someone I've never met before. They found me on social media. A few days later, I get another sale for 300. A few days after that, my first sale at 600. And they kept coming. And I'm like, it's freaking working. It's working. By 3 months, I was finally getting all of my bills paid with a business online. 3 months. By my 4th month, I had my first 4-figure day. I made 1,000 plus in a day. And that was the day that I became unemployable. Because that was the day that I discovered the true value of my time. $1,000 days will never happen at a job. We can all agree on this, yes? Job in my world, why am I frozen? The word job in my world is an acronym that stands for just over broke. That's what a job keeps you. They work you as much as they possibly can while simultaneously paying you as little as they possibly can. Every job, everywhere. That's their mission objective. I've learned to work for myself. This strategy, at 2 hours a day, I'm practically retired. I started because I was afraid I'd never be able to retire, but now I have this business that I run from my phone a couple hours a day, and I'm making enough to get the bills paid. I don't even have 100,000 in my bank account. You don't need $1 bajillion to retire. What you need is a steady income stream that runs in the background while you're living your life. And that's what I found. I've got my life back. I've got my time back. And this is what I love sharing with other people. Because in today's digital age, it doesn't have to be hard. And I have to share one thing. Who here, seemingly random question, I promise you it's relevant. Who here lives in Florida? Who here lives on, not Florida, the East Coast? If you live in the East Coast, what time is it? Put the time in the chat so people know what time it is on the East Coast. It's 8:45, right? While I was sitting on this live, I got a sale for $900 at 8:21. And do you see a name? Do you see a name? I've got no clue who this person is who bought from me. I don't know who this is. I'm sitting on this webinar. I'm talking about like how much I love this. Automations run in the background. In today's digital age, making money doesn't have to be hard, but first you have to decide, I'm done giving my time and my life to a job. Are you done? Because that's step number 1. If you're done, you're ready for something new. If you're done with that job, if you're done with hustle culture, put done in the chat. Because if you're done, you're ready for something new. And now I'm done.
So I want to, okay, in 5 years, you made how much?
About 12,000.
12,000. And
That's about an estimate.
Then in being in the program, how long did it take you to hit 6 figures?
A little over 2 years. No. Yes, a little over 2 years.
So, wow, 5 years, 12,000, 2 years, 100K. That's awesome.
I
Woo!
love this community with a burning passion. I've never seen anything this beginner friendly, and that's why I'm obsessed with sharing it with other people. How do you get more beginner friendly than 95% done for you? You don't have to build anything. You don't even have to understand how online business works. You just have to be willing to start, get set up, and follow the process. You just got to take it the last 5%. That's it. And then stay committed. That's it.
So powerful. Woo! Thank you so much for sharing. Love it. Love your story. Dang. And you know what? Her weather was getting bad and she didn't know if she was going to be able to share. So I'm glad, surely you were able to share. So what I want to do real quick is I want to take it over to Logan. He is a busy dad. So for you dads on here that like, I don't know if I can add more, I'm going to have Logan share with you that, yes, you can. So Logan, I'll let you take it away.
Hey, thanks for having me, Michelle. You guys, right? Logan, my blue collar husband, Me and my wife have 4 kids that keep us busy, all the sports, all the activities. I always say that if we had 8 days in a week, we would be busy that 8th day of the week. But my wife, my kids, my family are my passion. Love coaching my kids in sports. But if you work a blue collar job, the call outs, the holdovers, the turnarounds, getting called out. As soon as you get home, you got to be at their beck and call. And that's all I've known all my life. That's all my dad had worked. That's what everyone around here works. But I knew there had to be more to life. I knew there had to be something. And I tried a lot of things. I tried multi-level marketing, building teams, small percentages, a lot of work, driving to people's living rooms, being on the phone, in the DMs all the time, bugging my friends and family. Was completely uncomfortable. Led to people blocking me, people at work running from me at the water cooler, people see me in the store, turning around and running. It was not in my comfort zone. And when I ran across a legacy builder, when I saw that it was 100% profit, that I didn't have to bug my friends and family, I could actually learn how to attract customers from around the world. That gave me some hope, right? Because I'd never created content, I never had a following. But the thing that I was afraid of was just continuing down the same path, grinding out more and more hours to try and give my wife and my kids the life they deserve. We had $30,000 in credit card debt. We had everything financed. I was trying to do everything I could. I was mowing yards evenings and weekends. I was afraid that I was going to look up and miss everything. I was going to work so hard and I wouldn't be home for the dinner times. I couldn't tell you how many times I came home and ate dinner cold off the stove because the family was already in bed. And I was up for work again before they were ever even out of bed. And I was afraid if I didn't do something different, I wouldn't know my kids. I wouldn't know my wife. When the kids left and I got to retirement, it's like, I'm afraid to not even know my wife. And so I knew I had to do something different. Creating content was not in my comfort zone. But guess what? I started with Faceless and I started with the free ad strategy. I saw people making $10,000, $20,000 their first month, and I had the hope of making $900 because I knew if I could make $900 a month, I could do the math real quick on how fast we could get out of $30,000 in credit card debt because we were already paying over the minimum. But every time I opened that envelope, that number in front of the comma didn't change. I knew something had to change. And so I was willing to learn. And I plugged into the program and it taught me the confidence to show up, to actually create content. I said I would never go live on social media. I told myself that. I told my wife that. But now here I go live 4 or 5 times a week. Now here I am talking to you and I'm telling you, if I can do it, you can do it too. Because what I've learned here, I've created multiple streams of income. Just one little small affiliate stream of income this last month covered 2 car payments. This program taught me the skills to build an income online. We've paid off $30,000 in credit card debt. We're putting extra payments on the vehicles, just like on our son's car, just like my truck. And I've already done the math. Even if I didn't continue to scale this thing, which it's going to happen, right? Because the online space isn't going anywhere. Both of those vehicles, all our vehicles will be paid off this year. We're going to turn over and snowball all the debt on the house. But along the way, guys, just like 2 weeks ago, we went to Florida. All 6 of us, our oldest son's girlfriend, round trip flights, Airbnb, rental car, all the food, all the activities, taking the kids. Yeah, you want ice cream? Let's go. 3 nights. Did I look at the bank account? No. Being able to say yes without the stress, not having the bank account app be my most favorite app to check every time my wife went to the grocery store, because I didn't want her getting declined in front of everybody. Hey, babe, put that on the credit card. I'll volunteer for some overtime. I'll go mow some more yards. I'll figure it out. When the kids needed new cleats, I got tired of saying, hey, you think we're kind of busy right now. You think we can wait till Friday? Because I knew it was payday. We couldn't really afford it then, but I wasn't going to let them go out there wearing cleats that didn't even fit, a glove that had a hole in it. I wanted them to have those life experiences, and I didn't want them to have the stress of mom and dad can't afford it. So I did whatever I had to do to provide a life for my family, but it required me to be gone. And because of the automated systems here, being able to have that online business continue to run 24/7, learning the skills to create multiple streams of income that run 24/7 has taken so much pressure off, so much stress off. Now I get to be at home. Just like yesterday, I'm at work at 6:30 in the morning, guys. Somewhere between working out and driving to work, I'm at work. I got a notification in morning meeting that I made $600 because of the automated system. And I'm telling you, it is proven to work time and time again. So if you're looking for a way to get time back with your family, looking at a way to create some breathing room in your finances, gather my hope of $900 a month. But plug in. You've got to learn. I look at it as not just skills because I come from a trade, right? Instrumentation and electrical trade. This is an online trade that when you learn these skills, nobody can take it away from you. If you know how to woodwork, nobody can take that away from you. This is the same thing. It's just an online skill to build streams of income that run 24/7. And if you don't know how to do it, it's going to walk you through step by step. You're going to get the mentorship from the people that have proven it to work. And all you got to do is be coachable, be consistent, and dadgummit, don't give up on yourself. Because I'm telling you, if I can do it, you can do it too.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. And I love seeing the pictures of you and your family on vacation because, that's what it's all about, getting your life and your time back. So thank you so much for sharing. Love
Thanks
it.
for having me.
Yeah, what a powerful story. Now, I want to pass it over real quick to Daryl, but before I do, you guys, get back with the person that introduced you to this webinar. They sent you an email. That's how you got on here. There's a PS in that email with their website. You can look at the 5 programs and get the one that's best for you. But when Daryl joined the community, he actually joined during one of the runs that we had going on. So I want him to kind of share with you how that really helped him with his business and share his story. So are you with me, Daryl?
Yes.
There you go. Woohoo.
Yes. Man, I want to say this because I've been looking at the chat a little bit, and I know a lot of sometimes it's hard for people to believe that you can actually make money online because we've been so programmed to work a job, and we've been so conditioned to work 60, 70 hours a week, and we get a $900 check and we think that's a lot of money. And then when you hear people like Shirley, who just had 900 while she was just on the webinar, it's almost hard for people to believe. And I always tell people there's only 2 ways to make money. You can make money on your feet, which you're going to work a job until you die, or you can make money in your sleep, which basically means you have systems out there that's working for you. And that's the good thing about this program. But I also want to say you can't fake emotions. I could tell that Logan was me and his story is similar. I can tell that when you get emotional, and again, you can't fake emotions when you know a program is completely changing your life. But a little bit about myself, guys. I'm Daryl Hanna. Prior to me coming into the online space period, I'm just a blue collar factory worker. I've been working in driving forklifts, welding, assembly, production, automotive, all my life for 30 years, 12 hours a day in the hot factory. I've been welding for 20 years, 14 years at one job, 12 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week. No family time, living check to check, working just to pay bills, stressed out, borderline alcoholic because all I was doing was working to pay bills. Like I can go on all day. There's a stretch of 7 years where I don't even know. I miss parent teachers conference. I miss stuff with my kids, my daughter, T-ball game stuff I'm never going to be able to go back and get. Now they're grown and in college because I gave a job everything. 3-time employee of the month. I was a true company man. True company man. And just like this, I thought I had security. I thought I had financial stability. I thought I had that job security. Come in the middle of December, 5 degrees outside, 10 degrees outside, and they called me to the office. And this is what jobs do. After they done sucked your bone dry and they done got everything out of you, it's only a matter of time before they just go on and this is you. This is you. This is the trash, and this is you. They done got all they want out of you, and they're gonna discard you and give you the pink slip and make up some excuse on why the company this and that. And that's what happened to me. They just told me to move in another direction. My department was going away, and next thing I know, me and 7 other people caught ourselves without a job. And I hit on hard times, guys. And I'm talking about hard times because that was my only stream of income, a mistake I promised I'd never vowed ever again to make. And I didn't have no backup plan, no money in the bank, no savings, just I'm just living check to check. I'm just living Friday to Friday and stressed out. Called myself away from my family. Next thing I know, I'm homeless. I'm sleeping in my car, in parks, Hardee's parking lots, Walmart parking lots. I did that for 3 weeks before I got a friend of mine whose dad owned this homeless shelter, and I ended up spending 12 months in a homeless shelter. It was at that moment, guys, I told myself, I'm never going to put myself in a position to have another man or woman or an entity control my income. There would never be another chance where someone can just come in on a regular day and tell me, for whatever reason, hey, we don't need you anymore. When I have a wife, I've got kids, I'm never going to put myself in that position again. And so I made up in my mind. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to make sure I wanted to work from home. I didn't want to, I was tired of living check to check. I was tired of the work 12 hours, the long hours, beating my body up, all for a check that still was had me coming up short. So I went on YouTube. I started typing in how to make money online. And that's when I came into the online space. Make a long story short, guys, I've tried everything. And 2.5 years ago, when I was a life insurance agent, I had been doing that job for 3 years. Again, loved that job, loved the people. 60-hour work weeks, less than $600 a week, just working for free, just a wage slave. I mean, just, I can't even, I had so much stuff going on in 2024. It was disastrous. But the thing that changed for me, guys, coming into 2024, I had negative $6.34 in the bank on January the 6th of 2024. The next week, inside of a lady's house, I was helping her with some life insurance. And while I was waiting for her to get the coverage, get approved, I was scrolling on Facebook, come across a post. The lady was talking about how she made a certain amount of income. I reached out to her and asked for the information. I saw Michelle talking on this video to my some automated system, to our workday. It just piqued my interest. That sounded really good to me. Here I am, a guy who had at that time over $7,000 a month in outgoing expenses, $4,500 worth of income, upside down. It doesn't matter where my wife's car about to get repoed. We're about to get evicted, everything. My daughter wouldn't even stand at home because we didn't have food in the house. It was disastrous. And I told myself, after looking at those programs, I had 4 to choose from. I told myself, I said, well, I have nothing to lose. So it's like a cat being got your back in the back of, when you're backed up in a corner, you have nothing to lose. And I was sick and tired of just working. And every time I'm getting my check, it's just going to bills. So I invested in myself. I reached out, I joined one of the programs because I wanted to learn the skills. I didn't join the program just to sell a program. No, I joined the program to learn the skills because I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to work from home. I wanted to be able to get out of debt. I had over 60,000 off of debt, 50,000 almost just in student loans itself, upside down in all the cars, behind on everything in the house. And I knew that if this person can do it at the time, I'm thinking like, if she can do it, I can do it. And so when I got in, I went into the community. I basically got started, guys. That was on January the 15th of 2024. I basically just joined on a payment plan, 75 bucks, came in. I never forget, I started doing what was called in the middle of a 90-day run, 30K in 90-day run, guys. That's why this 11K in 30-day run is so imperative for your growth when it comes to the skills you're going to learn and the potential of the income that you can learn, because Michelle just gives you so much. There's a daily video that you got. You're just going to get more than the average person is going to get. And I'm just a country guy, never even heard of digital marketing. I'm just a factory worker, just a husband, a father. I got plugged into that system, guy. Made my investment back in 2 days. Make a long story short, I had generated about 13K in my first 6 weeks. I was able to quit my job of 3 years and 6 weeks. That was on March the 1st of 2024. I quit my job. I haven't had a job since. And I went on to make over 6 figures, guys, in my first 4 months. I don't share that to brag. I'm just telling you, you don't know what you don't know. The power of digital marketing, the power of the online space, the power of the skills that you can learn when you have something that's in high demand. And all I was doing just following the training. This is what I want people to understand. The training, without the training, I'm a welder, 20 years. I did not wake up one day and just become a welder. I had to go through 3 months of weld training class to become a master welder. Everybody who has a job here, you did not start your job and just boom, you went in there just running 100%. No, you had to go through a training. Someone trained you, a lead or a supervisor. Same thing here, guys. If you want to learn how to build an online business that can work for you in the background and have you generating income in your sleep, you have to learn the skills, right? And this program is going to teach you step by step how to generate the skills that can get you time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. That was in 2024, guys. I don't say this. I even talking about the income. I love the freedom. But if I can go from negative $6.34 on January the 6th of 2024 to 301 grand on December the 31st of 2024, and it's my first time doing digital marketing, and I'm just following what is in the training. I'm showing up every day. I'm on the calls. I'm asking questions. Guys, anybody can do it if that's what you want to do. I just didn't want to work 12 hours anymore. I didn't want to wake up and be that no dad like I was always. I didn't want to wake up and have to pay everything on the cutoff notices. I was just sick and tired of beating my body up for a check that every time I got paid, I was broke. And all I would do is go in the kitchen, sit at the table, pop my little Mad Dog 2020 or my Jack Daniel and try to drink away my problems. And I was almost becoming a borderline alcoholic, about to get divorced, about to lose everything because I'm thinking there's nothing else for me to do. And when I saw that program, I said, look here, if I can give a job 30 years of my life and still be broke as hell, pardon my French, then I'm going to learn this. I don't care what it takes. Guys, that was 2.5 years ago. That was 2.5 years ago. I did all this in an 800 square foot house. 800 square foot house. I have since relocated because I have now learned the skills and acquired the income to relocate 5 hours away. I paid off all my student loans. I paid off both of those cars, bought two cars. I just have this freedom, guys. I can come, go, and do as I please, right? Not to mention I generated over 730 grand, guys, in 29 months. That is not to brag. I'm just telling you what is possible. I don't even know where my diploma's at. I don't live in a mansion. I'm just a factory worker. But I have learned these skills and I'm still new. And I share that because I want you to understand you have an opportunity starting today, guys, for the 11K in 30 days to just have yourself somewhere that you've never even been. You couldn't have told me 3 years ago in 2023, when I made $48,000 working 2 jobs, 3 side hustles, door dashing and everything else, that I will become a 6-figure income earner. And this time next year, I'll be that made well over $1 million in the online space. Not bad for a kid who grew up in a small town of 800 in the projects with 13 other siblings, and I slept on the floor. I say that, man, to inspire you. This is a hell of a community. We have the best mentor in the online space. Guys, we have so much that you can do. And if you get in here and plug in and just give yourself grace. Understand you can't build a business in overnight, but you can learn the skills and you'll start learning. And if you stay consistent, you'll start earning. If you don't, if you just keep on, it'll all take care of itself, guys. But you have to understand if you don't do nothing, nothing's going to happen, right? So that is the best financial decision I've ever made. I took 75 little measly dollars, right? And I used to drink that up every week in alcohol. So I took that and invested in this training to learn the skills, guys. And that is why I'm here now. I have time freedom. I can just do whatever I want. There's nothing like waking up this morning, having my coffee and not have to have no boss, not have to drive off and fight traffic and get flipped off and get I don't have to deal with none of that because of the skills and the training that I have learned. Now I have my own community, creating my own digital products, guys. It's just so much but you have to start. You don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. So I just encourage you guys. I don't care if you have to come in at the 100. Come in at whatever one best fits your goals and needs. You can always upgrade, but come in at the one that best fits your goals and needs, guys. And just let us love on you and help you because I'm telling you, this is the best place to be. And this space ain't going anywhere. The program ain't going anywhere. Michelle did already said, I think she said she's going to help her goal is to create 1,000 millionaires. I want to be that guy, right? I'm just an old country boy, Memphis, Tennessee right now. So I just encourage you guys, man. I get fired up. I'm fired up for this 11K run. I'm fired up for my community for it. I'm fired up for this community. And I'm fired up for anybody who, I don't want to say it's a risk because everything is a risk, but just invest in yourself, bet on yourself and just trust your instincts. Don't worry about where you're at. Look at where you're going. Where are you trying to get to? There's 6 months left. A lot can happen in those 6 months. So, man, I just want to thank Michelle like I always do. She's amazing. She's helped me so much in this business with growth. She's helped me during stuff that she don't even realize she's helped me. I've sat and tear this so many times, Michelle, how when I first started, I used to sit and I don't even know if I told you this, but I watched a couple of your videos one day on my couch in my 848 square foot house. My wife's sitting at the other end, and this when I first saw, I done binge watched 3 or 4 year videos, and I got this many notes, and I done wrote everything down. And I realized real quickly though that that Michelle's story wasn't my story. And I realized I I had to share my own story because, and that's the thing, and that's something that you're going to learn as well, guys, how to implement storytelling in your content. But she just helped me so much, like with her knowledge and with her, with her experience, and again, like that's why it's important to have a mentor. And so I'm grateful to call her my mentor, a mentor of mine, and I know that anytime if I have any problems or have any issues, I can go to her and I can always get answers. And every time she starts something, guys, it's like gold. It's always going to flourish. So again, appreciate you, Michelle. Appreciate all the testimonials. Man, I'm just excited. And I just encourage you guys, just get started. Come on this ride with us. Like, I want the best for you, man. I want to see everybody on here has the potential to make the 11K in 30 days. You have the potential, but you got to get the training to learn the skills, guys. Right. So appreciate you, Michelle. And I'm ready.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much. I love what you just said. Everybody has a potential to make 11K, but you got to
Yep.
get the skills. So powerful. And that's what they're going to learn in the next 30 days. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much for sharing. Guys, real quick, I know we're a little long, but I need you to hear Amy's story because she was a single mom with 2 jobs. And I just want her to be your hope dealer for those of you that are like, I don't know if I can do this. So Amy, can you share real quick?
Absolutely. I'll make it quick, I promise. Yes, divorced, single mom, 3 kids, teenagers, sports year round, and a mom that was trying to hold it all together. You know, I hear everybody's story and I look at a lot of the people that are new here tonight and I see the desperation. And I remember the desperation 3 years ago when I started, because I was possibly in the worst time of my life where I was disappointed in myself. I was getting ready to turn 50. I looked at my kids, passed them in the hallway to the next job, and I just was so mad of where I was in life. I can't explain, but you already know, or you wouldn't be here, right? Because you're probably struggling and you're tired of all the things you've been hearing tonight. You're tired of the hustle, the grind broke, and just need that little bit of extra. So here's what I did. Honestly, I went in blind. I had no idea. I'd never sold anything. I didn't even know really what digital marketing was, but I knew this program was going to teach me how. I can learn. But wait a minute, I'm already working 2 jobs. I'm a single mom. How in the heck am I going to do something I have no idea? I quickly learned when I got inside of this community that Michelle was going to give you a step-by-step process every single day to follow. So I would learn that step and then I would go and implement it. And I would learn the step and I would implement it. I literally was up at 3:30 every day, headed to work by 4:30 a.m. and I would not get home until 10:30, 11:30 at night. I would fit this in my car on my lunch break. 1 lunch break a day is all I had. I took that time to fit this in. I would jump on the free Zooms that were available. I would ask questions inside the community and I would let people give me the answer, help me, support me. And that's the most important thing. But every day when I did come home and every day when I left the house, I looked at my kids and I said, I'm going to change our situation because I'm tired of living like this and I'm tired of disappointing you. And I did. That was over 3 years ago. So if I can go from being a single mom with no help from anybody, financial or physical, knowing nothing about what even digital marketing was, the online space at all, you absolutely can learn these skills because it's going to be handed to you, everything. And you just got to learn and implement, and step by step, you start building yourself up. And then you can get the freedom that you're looking for. Thank you, Michelle.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. I just love your story.
I tried to make it quick. Sorry.
But you're just so proof, right? Because you had no past experience in digital marketing, network marketing, affiliate, Amazon, none of that. And you just became super coachable and you just fit this in the cracks of your busy day. So thank you so much for sharing. I love this. So you guys, your next step is just get back with the person that introduced this webinar to you tonight. They sent you an email. The bottom of that email has a PS that will take you directly to their website. Go through their website. You will see the programs that they have on their website. Pick the one that is best for you. You'll see a bright green button that takes you to the payment plans. They will have that on there as well. Tomorrow, July 1st, you will see the first video drop in the 11K in 30 days. I seen somebody ask what's going to happen after the 30 days. You're going to be equipped with more skills, knowledge, clarity, and confidence. And then we're going to go on our next 90-day run because we're going to make sure that the end of 2026 is the best and you literally have the best holiday season that you've ever had in your life. So thanks everybody for joining us. And